The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned, community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home.
You are live, Dover High School, home of the defending state champion, Dover Senators. The banner is up on the wall here in the gym. The crowd is filing in. We've got the pep band. We've even got the Christmas spirit because the Dover cheerleaders are dressed in holiday garb, including the Grinch is in the house here tonight. I'm Glenn Fraser with Pat Carriantes. Ben Fulton is here with still photography and Nick Halliday on camera. And Pat, good to get on the hard court. I know you and Nick Allison-Draney have already done some games. I know you like to focus in on the sneakers, so I'm sure we'll have some convo on the sneakers tonight as well. Back in my day, it was only Chuck Taylor's.
I was going to say, yeah, you had the PF Flyers. Yeah. You had a couple options back then, right? But yeah, Nick is definitely the shoe guy. I can point out if they're Nike or Under Armour and what color they are, but other than that, man, that's not really. That's more his expertise. But you're right, Glenn. It feels good to be back on the hardwood. Got a chance to run some games this weekend at that D1 showcase, both at St. Elizabeth and Salesianum. Saw a lot of really good talent, not only from within the state of Delaware, but from out of the state. And I'm curious to see Dover obviously coming in as defending champs. There's a lot of hype surrounding them. So getting a chance to look at them and see if Cape, can take a step forward after they were a young team last year. Can they take a step forward and compete potentially with the big dogs? So I'm looking forward to it.
And Cape is young again. If you look down the roster, there's only one senior, but he does lead the team in scoring. That's Damian Robinson. Why don't you kind of clue us in here on the rest of the Cape Henlopen team under head coach Stephen Ray?
Yeah, you look at it, they come in 2-0, Glenn. As you said, Robinson is the leading scorer this year. In the 2 games, he's averaging 20.5 points per. So that's getting it done. The sophomores are going to be guys you're going to want to keep an eye on. Jamison Tingle, obviously he gets it done on the football field as well. He's a complete player. He can score from outside of the paint. We saw him handle the ball a lot last year in the few Cape games that we did as a freshman. Steven Civils, another sophomore. He comes in. He was a guy came off the bench last year. He comes in, he'll play point guard tonight. Plays at a fast pace, and he's one of those guys that he may not be the biggest guy in the world, but he plays with a ton of heart, and I always got a lot of respect.
Kind of like Denham Perkins last year for Coach Wilson.
Absolutely. Always got a lot of respect for that. Braxton Figs, another guy to keep an eye on. He's got the height for them. He's 6'6". The junior is averaging 10 points a game. Coach Ray told you prior here, Glenn, that he's learning to be physical presence in the paint, so work in progress there. And then Osmir Batson, he's the 6th man, but he's a guy to keep an eye on. He can play guard, can play forward. Quandrell Richard as well as Tremaine Batson are also impact players off the bench. So they're going to go 8 deep here today. And Coach Ray has said, Glenn, to you, they value the basketball, they move it well, and they're an unselfish team that plays hard. So we'll see if that can carry over here against a tough Dover team.
Both teams are 2-0 overall, and both are 1-0 in the Henlopen North. Now let's see if we've got the time here. We'll go ahead and dig into Coach Wilson and his team riding a 17-game winning streak.
Yeah, they're impressive, and it starts with Javion Dennis, the junior guard. He's been out here playing since he was a freshman. He averaged in double figures this year in scoring. He's coming off a 17-point performance against a tough William Penn team in which he hit 3 shots from downtown, but he's not alone. I mean, this team's got a lot of size as well. Estevan Norwood, he's 6'6", strong rebounder. He can get the job done inside. Chase Little, he's 6'5". He's Darrell's younger brother. Darrell Little, who was here, led the way as a big-time scorer. And, he can get the job done. He was a contributor last year. Tayshawn Allen, he comes back to Dover after transferring to Cesar Rodney last year. He gives some more size to this team, 6'6", 200 pounds. He can score and rebound as well. A couple other guys to keep an eye on for them are Cameron Jackson-Dixon as well as Kareem King. Both guards, 6'2" and 6'4", respectively. So they got some size in the backcourt. And then Terrence Williams is another 6'6" forward to keep an eye on. Coach Wilson says 1 through 13 is maybe the most talented group he's had. And as always, Coach Wilson, big defensive guy, big into rebounds and the grit. Those are the keys to Dover's success, according to him. 8 players on this Dover team 6'4" or taller, and that may not shock a lot of people that may be viewing from out of state, but in this state, if you got that kind of size, that can make all the difference when you combine it with the talent that Dover has proven to have.
And I think you just brought up maybe one of the main keys in the game coming up here tonight. How can Cape Henlopen compete with the size of the Dover Senators? And we will see. Coach Ray thinks he can compete tonight, and he's looking for a team that he says they have a lot of heart. There's no carryover starters from last year. So with only that one senior, they're still young. They were young last year. He was looking for improvement in his 3rd year back here at Cape. He coached here previously 11 years back in 2011 to 2019. All right, the starting lineups are being announced to the crowd here. We'll give them to you for the Dover Senators. It's Alexander Dowdy, Javion Dennis, Chase Little, Istvan Norwood, and Terrence Williams. For Cape, it's Steven Sivils, Jordan Downing, Damian Robinson, Jamison Tingle, and Braxton Figgs. Those are your starting 5s for the game as we step aside for the national anthem.
First State Orthopedics has 46 physicians and 22 physician's assistants at 16 locations across the state of Delaware. We provide both surgical and non-surgical treatment for a variety of orthopedic conditions, are specially trained in current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physicians for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to all local emergency departments, medical aid units, and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Give us a call today at 302-731-2888 or visit us online at firststateortho.com.
Your home, your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not.
How cool was that, Glenn?
Hey, listen, who said the band members can't sing too?
How cool was that, Glenn?
They picked up just improvisation here because they tried to play the national anthem over somebody's cell phone, and it was choppy. And I kept pointing over here to the band. Why wasn't the band playing the national anthem? And they started singing it. Great job by the Dover Pep
That was
Band.
awesome. That was great.
Oh, man, a great start to my first basketball game of the season. Looking forward to this one. And, by the way, folks, the next game, at least on my schedule, what a game we have for you. Right back here at Dover High, January 4th on a Saturday, Sanford and the Dover Senators. That should be a great one. And we've got a pretty good matchup here tonight in the Henlopen North, Pat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Glenn. Yeah, that will be a good one. This we'll see. We'll see what Cape can do. Like you said, a lot of new faces and new roles, and let's see how they can do against Dover. You know, for a second there, I thought, dude, Jimmy Allen's in. He's a Cape alumni. He's in.
Yeah.
I thought maybe he was going to hop up and sing the national anthem, but he's in attendance, rooting on his Vikings here. So let's see what kind of performance they can put on.
All right, Figgs and Williams will jump it, and we are underway. Dover will control the opening tip, and with the ball is Alexander Dowdy. By the way, another transfer from Caesar Rodney. Left wing, 3-ball, little off the mark. Rebound, Dover, put back, no good. They fight for the rebound, and they lose it out of bounds.
Yeah, right off the jump. They look for Javion Dennis, the junior guard. He catches, shoots. He can knock it down from the outside. He has been for 3 years. And then they get 2 putback opportunities. First one for Chase Little, second one for Norwood, and before it got knocked out of bounds. So right off the jump, the height playing a factor for Dover.
Little baseline jump shot, no good by Williams. He gets his own rebound underneath, and the little floater is good. Up and in by number 25 for the Senators. That's Norwood.
Yeah, Norwood, he's another guy. You know, Coach Wilson's had guys in roles continuing to develop. These guys have been playing since they were freshmen, a lot of these guys. So an exciting group right here for Dover looking to defend their state title.
Cape working the weave around the top of the circle. Trying to look to get something to open on that baseline with their cutters. Oh, and there's a steal in the paint. Stolen away by Chase Little down the floor. Has his shot rejected, but there's a call, a whistle, and a foul. It's going to go on Jamison Tingle.
Yeah, Tingle went up. I like it. Go up and challenge him. Norwood was going for the rim rocker. And Tingle said, "This isn't a McDonald's drive-through, folks. You don't just get it coming down here. We're gonna put a little defense up on you. I like it."
Pat's in mid-season form already. I got a couple for him tonight. I'm just holding on to him.
There you go.
First free throw is up and good. Dover, a good free throw shooting team, Pat, in that win over William Penn. Overall, 10 out of 13 from the floor.
Yeah, it's going to get it done.
At the line.
You know, and they're just a well-rounded group.
Both free throws up and in by Norwood. He has all 4 points in the game.
Quick, how about that? Breaking the press pretty easily.
Yeah, that's a little guy.
Civils.
Boy, Dover does such a great job collapsing so quick on the ball, don't they, Pat?
They do. And, you know, that the defense doesn't stop. You broke it, but you can't hold your breath after you get across half court. Because they will run, they will chase you, they will trap, and with that length, a lot of things can go wrong.
Norwood just picked up his first personal foul. Thinking about a left wing 3 ball. Cape hasn't had a shot yet. That's a good Dover D. Turnaround jump baseline, that's no good. And ball out to the Dover Senators.
Tingle with a tough fadeaway jump shot, but again, the Dover defense swarming. That's a contested look, not easy to make. They've been impressive so far on the defensive end of the floor.
I'm curious to see how Dover is collapsing on Damian Robinson, number 3, leading scorer coming in for Cape. And there's a carry. You don't see that call too many times.
No, but that one was an obvious one there. His ball just kind of got loose from him on the spin. Not really much more he could have done with it.
Good crowd in here tonight at Dover High. Little 2-man game here, trying to break the press, and they do so. Up on top, now down in the right corner, and he traveled. Took that proverbial step before the ball on the floor.
It's good ball movement, though. Nice work. Cape doesn't seem to be really getting too revved up. Not panicking with the basketball despite the pressure. I like what I'm seeing from him so far. They just have to find ways to get shots up now.
Dowdy almost had the ball picked from behind by Civils. Ooh, contested 3-point shot, high arching shot, no good. Rebound to Cape.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough shot.
Yeah, Javion Dennis.
Oh, what a pass.
Full court pass, and I think it went off Cape's hands. Let's see. Yep, Dover basketball. And that's 3 turnovers in the last 3 possessions down the floor for Cape.
He switched it up.
Okay.
One of the officials saw the deflection.
All right.
Stays here with Cape.
We'll retract that statement. Only 2 turnovers in the last 3 trips down the floor.
I mean, look at this defense. All over the place, Glenn.
Yeah.
You're getting deflections.
Yeah. A typical Stephen Wilson coach team. Of course, they won it all last year for the first time in school history. Oh, good pass underneath. Little head fake and gets it to go down. That's the leading scorer on the team, Damian Robinson.
Yeah, good look. Robinson took his time. I thought maybe that dribble was going to cost him, but he was able to finish over the defenders.
Dowdy with a 3-point shot, no good. Dover battles for the rebound. There's a whistle underneath.
Foul's going to be on the floor, I believe.
That will send Dover's Chase Little to the line. The younger brother, as you mentioned in the pregame, of Darrell Little on that championship team last year.
He was their player of the year, man. I mean, he was unbelievable. 2 shots here. All right, interesting, because I thought he put the shot up and looked like it went in, but maybe I didn't see it correctly.
The foul was committed by Marzell Burris Campbell, his first, team second. First free throw good. And Dover on top now, 5-2. Early on in this one. Chase Little takes a deep breath at the line. And he's perfect, 2 for 2. And so far the Senators are perfect from the line, 4 for 4. A little backcourt pressure now, Pat.
Yeah, you're going to get this from him. Nice work there by Cape, breaking it down. They're going to get a good look. What a block.
Wow, from behind on Figs. I didn't see who got the block, but Figs went up with a shot.
Good defense there by Civils. He forces the turnover. It looked like Dennis got him from behind on the block. And again, with the length on every position, with the exception of Dowdy, who's still taller than myself. He's the shortest guy out there at 5'10", holding it down for us short kings.
You can't miss him either. He's got those pink sneakers on. Again, if we had Nick Alessandrini here, I guess he would know exactly what those are.
If he's watching, he'll text us. You know that.
5 minutes to go in this opening quarter. Dover on top 6-2. Civils trying to break down Dowdy, and the ball is stolen away. And Dover has to back it out. Cape got back defensively.
Good defense yet again. Dover's defense has really been great today to start this one off.
Little with the ball, left wing, now just inside the circle, takes a shot, and clear now for the rebound is Robinson. Ahead to Civils, and he slows it down.
Shot selection's kind of poor for Dover to start this one off, but their defense is allowing them to have this lead.
Robinson with a three-point shot, missed the rim, and we've got a whistle underneath. Little had the rebound for Dover, but I think the foul's going to go against the Senators.
Going to go on Dowdy. He must have been holding on to someone. This is Cameron Jackson Dixon. Another guy who's been contributing since he was a freshman. Now a junior.
That's right. Civils will throw it in. Underneath, good pass. Again, blocked from behind. Quickly down the floor was Javion Dennis underneath the Williams. Good passing right back to number 11, Dennis, for the bucket, and a TO for the coach. Timeout, Cape.
Yeah, that's good ball movement right there by the two post players. Nice. It's the easiest bucket of the day so far for Dover. Nice work. Yeah, Cape's done a good job of keeping up with the pace of this one, Glenn. They're competing. Just got to find ways to make baskets here.
Yeah.
That's really what it comes down to. You know, you get the ball down on the block, put it off the backboard, put it off the glass there.
Yeah. Braxton Figs has had a couple opportunities down low, and both times he's been hit from behind. Once a good block down to the floor, and then that time it looked like the shot was altered and missed the rim.
Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those, I don't know if he did that or he's trying to just perfectly put it over the rim. Nonetheless, you got to try and find a way to put that one off the backboard to get down that low. That's a tough one right there. But Dover and Cape, I mean, these two from a competition standpoint, from a compete standpoint, it's even so far, Glenn.
Yeah.
Dover has just been able to put the ball in the basket a couple more times.
And they've gotten to the line. They're 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Other than that, it would be a one-possession game.
Absolutely.
Now, you saw some good basketball earlier in the week. Did you witness the St. Andrews win over Salesian?
I did. I was in attendance for the second half of that game. St. Andrews, I'm telling you right now, that's a team that obviously as a boarding school, you got different scheduling than all these other schools, but if they could continue to develop as a team, they've got a squad that could compete with anyone in the state of Delaware, and we'll see how they continue to develop as the season goes on.
Well, if you remember, they had a real good team the year of the pandemic when the tournament was canceled after the semifinals. After the quarterfinals, they were going to be in a semifinal game, and the program's been down the last couple of years.
Well, they figured something out, and they got some size too.
All right.
You think Dover's got size? You got Proctor, who's 6'7", as a guard, can score at all three levels. He's unbelievable.
Wow.
And then the big fella down low is 6'11".
Wow. Yeah,
with
we don't
length.
see that in Delaware that
You
often.
don't see that, no.
All right, Cape with the basketball. We've played half of this first period. 3:52 and counting, 8-2 Dover lead. Cape, as Pat mentioned, trying to find a way to get good looks here. Dover doing a great job of doubling the ball.
Yeah, I mean, they're playing a zone, and their matchup zone. This reminds me of what we ran at St. Elizabeth when I was in high school. There's a turnover. Yeah. You just don't know where the defenders are coming from, and you can't tell because it looks like a zone, but they're playing you like it's man.
Yeah.
And they keep filling in the gaps and switching, where they're at on the floor, and it can be very confusing. It could take you a quarter, 2 quarters just to figure out how they're rotating and the rotations that are going to happen. So I like what I'm seeing from Dover defensively.
All right, Coach Ray gets his 6th man up off the bench. Osmir Batson's in the game now. And it's Terrence Williams with a 3-point shot. That wouldn't go down, and Cape got the loose ball rebound. They're trying to go ahead. They don't have the numbers, but a nice floater in the lane, up and good by Jamison Tingle.
And that's going to be maybe the way that Cape can get into this game is if they can get out in transition.
And Tingle just stole the ball down the other end. Sybil's way beyond the arc. Tip in, up and good by Figs, and a timeout by Coach Wilson.
That's all hustle. All hustle right there by Cape, able to get out in transition off the turnover. Tingle did a good job. He lost the ball, but he's able to gather himself, land on 2 feet so he doesn't get called for a walk, float it up and in. Then he hustles back, is able to intercept the pass like a football player, right?
Yeah.
And then go all the way down here, pull up 3, no good, but a good work by the big fella right there. Figs running the floor, is able to get the tap in. All hustle right there for Cape to get right back into this one.
And all of this flurry here of 3 straight buckets comes right off the timeout. So you kind of wonder what Coach Ray, just to our left, said to his team. Maybe he didn't like the way that they were playing offensively and got into the heads a little bit. Well, it worked.
That it did. See if they can continue it.
We're at the 3-minute mark here in this opening quarter. 8-6 Dover on top. And now we have a little stoppage here. I think we got a wet spot on the floor.
From the water.
Yep. So we'll take care of that. And now here comes the super sweeper.
That's what we need. Is that the Grinch? Yeah, clap it up for this young person. Nicely done.
There you go.
Nicely done. In the Grinch outfit. I like that they're all dressed up. The student section dressed up. You know, 'tis the season here, folks.
Yeah. You
hoops
our
and
photographer,
holidays.
Ben Fulton, will get a shot of that. 3-point shot made the other side of the floor by Javion Dennis.
He's been doing that since he was a freshman, and he had a couple of misses, but he finally finds the range there. Nice work off the press.
Yeah, good pass again. I believe that was Tingle again to Figs.
Yes.
So they give up a 3 on one end, but they hustle on the other. And we got a whistle.
Blue 22 said Hutt. They call that one on Batson. Really strong sophomore class for the Vikings here. Batson's one of them, obviously Civils as well. And then the aforementioned Tingle.
Tayshawn Allen just checked in for Coach Wilson. I didn't see who came out. We'll try to check that, see who's on the floor. They kick it out. Another 3-point shot. This one a little short. Skyen for the rebound offensively and the putback. And that's number 23 who just came in the game, Tayshawn Allen.
There he is. Welcome back into a Senator's uniform. Have that kind of size and length off the bench is huge for Coach Wilson.
That extends Dover's lead out to 13-8. It was 8-6 moments ago. We're down to 2 minutes to go in the quarter. Glenn Frazier alongside Pac Ariantes. Pass into the free throw line. Floater won't get the roll, and we've got an offensive foul anyhow.
Yeah, they called a charge on that one. That's a tough one, right, where you don't have this restricted area at this level.
Yeah.
Guys can sometimes camp under the basket there. That's a tough one for Batson.
That's his first, and the team's fourth. Now Dover will walk it up the floor as we're down to 1:50 to go in the quarter. Down in the right corner, 3-point shot. That is good by Cameron Randolph in the game.
Nice shot by Randolph. Dover starts getting a couple of these outside shots to fall.
Whoa.
Nice.
That's fancy down there by Sybil's.
He's quick. shifty with the basketball play and a lot more confident than what we saw last year as a freshman.
Got a whistle, and what do we have? It'll be Cape ball right down in front of us. So a flurry of threes here for Dover has kind of extended that lead out a little bit, but Cape not giving up.
That they are not.
Quick pass down to the right corner to Braxton Figs. Now up top, Civils will pass it underneath.
That's a push
Oh,
off.
we're going to call a push-up, yeah, an offensive foul, and that's going to go on number 22.
It's a tough one.
Badson. Yeah, that's his second. That's one of those 50-50 calls, Pat.
Yep.
Actually, that's his third.
Yeah, they gave him.
So he comes off the bench and picks up 3 fouls. 5 team fouls now committed by Cape. 64 seconds go opening quarter. Good pass underneath. Turnaround, jump shot up and good. They're making that bucket is Chase Little.
Dover offense has started to click here the last couple of minutes after a really slow start.
Yeah, they're up 18-10. Cape breaks the press.
They got to knock that down. There you go.
3-point shot, got it. There's the first one for Cape, and that's made by Damian Robinson.
Yeah, Cape's making good decisions for the most part with the basketball. Just got to, shoot the ball confidently and knock a couple down to keep up with this Dover attack.
Actually, Pat, I think that was number 2, Jordan Downing, that made that.
It was.
There's a miss. Cape rebound. 16 seconds to go, holding for 1 shot, down 5.
Nice work by Civils.
8 seconds. Oh, good ball fake.
Oh,
Shot
yeah.
wouldn't go, though. A little strong. 2, 1, just inside of mid-court, and the shot top off the backboard. And we've come to the end of 1 quarter of play. Now, one thing I can tell you, and you're going to have this kind of play when these two teams get together. It's not boring, Pat.
No, it's not. This has been that was a really fun first quarter. And, like I said, not a whole lot of sloppiness. I mean, these guys were playing, making the good decisions, making big plays, started knocking down shots towards the second. How they continue here.
All right. Well, we're going to step aside for 30 seconds. Pat and I will be back with second quarter action after this.
Wraps, signs, banners, and promotional items that can help your business stand out from the rest. Looking for an excellent way to convey a professional image? Customized promotional products are the perfect way to target new customers, increase employee retention, and boost your brand awareness. Let the professionals at Cassidy Graphics bring your advertising ideas to life. Give them a call today at 302-326-2412. Again, that number is 302-326-2412. Again, Cassidy Graphics brings your advertising ideas to life. Wrap.
All right, we're back and ready for second quarter action. 18-13 Dover on top. Both teams are spreading the love. 5 different players have scored in the game from both teams. Leading the way for Dover, Javion Dennis with 5, and 1 player with 4 points. That's Braxton Figs for Cape Henlopen. All right, the Senators work it across midcourt. A frenetic pace in that first quarter. All the way, strong to the hoop, up and in by Cameron Jackson-Dixon.
Yeah, nice work by Jackson-Dixon. Dover's offense starting to figure some things out, Glenn.
Williams with a steal,
Foul.
reverse layup, wouldn't go down. Robinson with a rebound. Goes coast to coast, puts up a shot because he got fouled.
Good strong take there by the leading scorer for the Vikings. Gets himself to the free throw line.
This will be the first free throw of the game for Cape. They did not shoot one.
Oh.
Well, no, it's not a
Wow.
in the act of shooting. I thought he got up in the air and drew that foul. Foul went on Cameron Jackson-Dixon. Strong move to the free throw line. Couldn't shake the defense. Oh, Civils, that first move is so quick.
They got the foul.
I think the continuation after the shot. Well, Coach said that Civils runs at a breakneck speed. He's not kidding. And that first move, that fake that he has, really gets him some some separation.
For flopping. Well, they got a warning for a flop there, Glenn. They gave him the foul call.
Huh. So Sybil's at the line. He has 2 points in the game.
I think it's because he kicked his leg out.
Okay. Now the scoreboard's still showing 1 foul on Cameron Jackson-Dixon, but he committed the earlier foul.
Let's see what we got.
Now they don't even have Sybil's at the free throw line, Pat.
I guess they call it on the floor.
Okay.
I guess. Because I don't know.
Yeah. And still no posting on the scoreboard as to who committed that last personal foul for Dover.
It looks like 13's up there.
Yeah, I saw that, but I thought he was up there on the previous foul. Anyhow, Coach Wilson gets the explanation, and now we're ready to go. Cape successfully getting the ball in. Tingle with it. Guarded by Williams.
Oh, he almost
traveled, didn't he?
Yeah, it looked like he double-stepped.
Sybil slows it down, waits for a screen. Gets it right back to Figs. Turn around, one-hander, and that won't go, but a whistle and a foul, and that'll send Figs to the line.
It's good ball movement. Good work by Figs. Just a little bit short on the touch, but he gets himself to the free throw line. See, Cape's playing good ball right now, Glenn. I mean, they're moving the ball around this tough defense and trying to set each other up. You know, a couple of turnovers have kind of cost them, and other than that, they played a pretty clean game. Missed a couple of layups.
Yeah, they got off to that slow start. They were down 6 right off the bat.
Yeah, I like what I'm seeing from them.
Yeah, Coach Ray told me, he says, I didn't have any carryover from last year, but this team has a lot of heart. They have a hustle, and they play a similar defensive style that Dover plays.
Yeah.
Just scrappy defense. Figs misses the second. That's the first free throw miss of the game. Give him 5 points in the ball game. He's game high right now for the Vikes. Good defense right now. Now top of the circle, 3-point shot, too strong. Robinson pulled down the rebound, and he got fouled.
Yeah, they're going to get Allen on the call there.
Tayshawn Allen, that should be his first. It is. It's posted on the board. 3 team fouls for Dover in this quarter.
Tremaine Batson gets the check in, the older brother
Okay.
of Osmir.
Dover. And with the full court press, Tremaine Batson's pass was deflected. Dowdy tried to save it, and he did. Good hustle by Dowdy.
It's a dangerous pass. It's one of those, you just wait for the defense to fly by, make the safe one.
Well, a little miscommunication there with the guards and a turnover.
Dover a little bit out of control there. See if Cape can take advantage of it.
Pass right down in front of us. Sybil's handles it, splits the defense. Right down, up and under, but he hit the bottom of the backboard. But there is a whistle and a foul on Dover.
He got the whistle there. Good aggressive take by Sybil's.
And that'll be the 14th foul on Dover. We've only played 1.5 minutes in this second quarter. And that's the second on Terrence Williams.
Testing the depth of Dover, Glenn, potentially with these fouls.
Yeah. Chase Little at the scorer's bench getting ready to come in. First free throw no good by Sybil's. Also coming in for Dover is Shadrach Mansoret. And Cordell Richards off the bench for Cape. But with this frenetic pace, both coaches are getting everybody in the ballgame.
Smart. That's just smart. Get guys in rhythm. These guys are playing hard out there too, so getting them some breaks will be important.
Sybil's converts 1 of 2. It's a 5-point Dover lead. Good defense right now by Cape. They're guarding the perimeter pretty tightly. That pass was deflected out by Cape.
Yeah, it's a spacing thing. He kind of dribbled a little too, Mansoray just kind of got a little too close to his intended target there, Little. Got to keep the distance a little bit.
Dennis throws it in. Good pass. One-handed floater up and in. That's Esteban Norwood. 6 points for him.
Cape's doing a great job against this pressure. And what can they do in the half court?
Exactly. Civils being doubled out high. He gets around it. Passes underneath. Batson puts his shot up. Wouldn't go down. And that's going to be an offensive foul on him.
I don't love it. I love the ball movement by Cape. Again, they're handling this pressure beautifully. They're not panicking. They're finding the right player. That's a tough call right there. As a defender coming over from the opposite side and sliding in as the big fella's going to the rim. That's a true 50-50 call. That one just went in Dover's favor.
Yeah. Had a couple of those early on here in this ball game. Jump shot up and good. Nothing but net. And I think that was Chase Little.
Nice touch right there.
His first points of the quarter as he was getting a breather. 6 points for him now.
That one they got a little too out of control. Civils lost it.
Dowdy controls. Throws it down the far side of the court. And now Little back to Dowdy.
Good hustle. Good hustle by both players.
I think we got the pill here. It's hidden. Pat found a way to get his hands on the ball.
Ball finds me. Ball finds me.
Good hands that time by Civils. Almost came away with a turnover. So now right in front of us, throwing it in, Javion Dennis to Dowdy. Guarded by Civils. One-on-one, number one on number one. Baseline move, and we have a whistle on the floor.
Good.
That'll be a foul on Cape. Go ahead.
Good aggressive take there by Norwood. He saw his defender, he broke it down, and his ability to handle the basketball is going to separate him from a lot of bigs in the state of Delaware. If he can attack off the dribble like that with that kind of quickness, he's going to draw a lot of fouls.
Kick out, three-point shot is up, off the backboard, no good. Rebound to the Vikings. Civils comes away with it. And they push the pace. Batson down into the corner, three-point shot, no good. And the ball will go out to Cape Henlopen. Getting ready to check back in for Coach Ray is Jamison Tingle and also Braxton Figgs. So good job so far by both coaches getting their starters a breather in this frenetic pace.
Yeah, without a doubt. And, you know, the guys stepping in, not, you know, they're ready to go.
Good turnaround put up by Damian Robinson. He's the leading scorer on the team. He'll go to the line. At this point, though, only 2 points in the game. Dover's been all over him.
And Norwood just picked up his second personal.
Yep, so 2 on him, 2 on Terrence Williams for Dover. 3 on Osmir Batson, the 6th man for Coach Ray, and 2 on Tremaine Batson, his brother. First free throw up and good, extends Dover's lead, or excuse me, cuts Dover's lead to 8.
The foul's kind of piling up. Coach Wilson's going to have to get creative with lineups now. Try and preserve some of his main rotation guys. Make sure they don't get a third personal.
At the line, second shot on the way, and that was good. 2 for 2 for Damian Robinson. 4 points in the game for him. 24-17 Dover. Now some backcourt press, broken. Cross-court pass, 15-foot jump shot, that's good.
Nice
Mansoray.
Yeah, good ball movement. Mansoray shot that with confidence, puts it up and in.
9-point lead now for Dover, their largest of the game. 3-point shot right wing, that's short. Now Dover runs it right down past in front of us. It's Mansoray with the crossover, stops at the baseline, has his shot rejected.
Good defense.
Yeah, they doubled him down there. Tingle, strong move, side of the backboard, and didn't even touch the rim. And we've got a reach-in foul, frustration.
Yeah, without a doubt. And, you know, Cape did a good job of you know, they're doing a good job at breaking this defense down. Tingle just, I mean, that's one you got to make. You get down that close, you got to make that. One thing I will say is, you know, Dover wants to get you sped up, and Cape's kind of playing into that a little bit.
Yeah. Foul was committed by Sibbles. That's only his first, but I don't think he's had a breather at all. He's played this entire half. Little two-man game. Good hands inside to deflect the pass. Sibbles against a much taller player puts up the shot. It's rejected.
Yeah, he knew he was getting a shot blocker, the left-hand layup like that. Couldn't quite knock it down.
Dennis blocks the shot on one end, makes the three on the other. That's like peanut butter on jelly on gold.
Whoa. On what? On pumpernickel? What we got here, Glenn? That's big time right there. And that's a 5-point swing. 5-point swing right there. You miss a layup on one end, come back down and knock a three, and now this lead's extended out to 12.
3-point shot the other way, no good. That's a reference to Snoop Dogg. Have you seen his commercial?
Snoop.
That's like peanut butter on gold on, that's like peanut butter on jelly on gold.
Snoop, the D-O-double-G, man.
Dover up by double digits, 29-17, 3:13 to go in the half. And their leading scorer, Javion Dennis, is starting to heat up, Pat. 8 points for him, 2 from long range.
He can shoot it. I mean, that's kind of been his M.O. for the first 2 years of his career.
Little give and go, and that's stolen.
You're playing right into Dover's hands right now. That's a foul.
Out of control, and he made the shot anyhow. Good shot by Cameron Jackson-Dixon.
That was impressive, through the contact like that.
And now Dover up by 14. And that suffocating Dover defense. Tingle, step back jump shot, too strong. Battle for the rebound and out of bounds to the Dover Senators.
Hey, Cape's just not executing shots. They're not making shots. It's really what this comes down to. And, you know, Dover is right now. But, again, the competition level is even. I mean, the pace, from a turnover standpoint, this isn't a one-sided game. But you look at the scoreboard, and it looks like it. Because Dover's been able to knock down shots and Cape hasn't. That's really what this comes down to. This is a shooting percentage game.
Yeah, it was 18-13 at the end of one. Dover is on a 13-4 run right now in the second quarter.
It makes sense. I mean, and that's, you know, Dover executing, making baskets, Cape's getting looks. They're just not making them.
No.
They're
And
just not making them.
all 4 of Cape's points in this quarter, Pat, have been from the line.
Going to have to score against Dover. That's it, especially if you're going to play at their pace, which Cape is choosing to do. Cape is choosing to get up and down the court, which is fine. I mean, they're, from an athletic standpoint, they're able to do it. You just better make sure you make shots.
The Senators have converted 3 long-range shots. Dennis has 2 of them, Randolph the other. 1 3-point shot made by Cape. That was Jordan Downing in the first quarter.
Right, and they've had a couple of good open looks for 3 here in the second, and they just haven't made them.
That pass intercepted in the lane by Braxton Figgs. And Dover backed off. They're going to go with a half-court D. Did not take the 3-point shot. Robinson will, and he's short with it.
Yeah, I mean, they're open looks. They're just not knocking them down.
Good pass underneath, shot off the side of the rim, and loose ball goes to Sibbles. Under 2 minutes to go in the half. Strong move down the other end of the floor, and this will be a foul on Dover.
Well, one thing that Cape can hang their hat on is that their aggression is causing some fouls here. For Dover, which you never know. If you can keep yourself within striking distance, that could loom large in the second half.
By my count, 3 Senator players with 2 personal fouls, as Tayshawn Allen just picked up his second. First free throw up and good by Sibbles. Give him 4 points in the game. I'm sorry, Downing. That's his first points since his 3-pointer. He makes them both.
Here's so Batson's coming in with the 3 fouls. That's trust. Coach puts you back in this spot.
Little backcourt press put on by Cape. Dover practices
turnover.
this, but
Oh!
they almost turned it over, and instead Figs rejected the shot, and then a foul underneath. Figs did a good job to alter that shot. He just got a hand on it.
Yeah, you got to come up and get that loose ball, man. You got to get that loose ball.
And he just committed his first foul. Team's 4th, and quickly back up off the bench is Jordan Downing at the scorer's table. At the line, Javion Dennis. First shot is smooth as silk. That's his first free throw of the game. First attempt. And Dover as a team still has yet to miss a free throw.
That's going to help them a lot as this season goes on. If they're able to shoot free throws at a high clip, that's going to be big for them.
Broadcaster jinx. They just missed their first.
You miss less than 5 in a game, you'll be all right. Unless you're, if you can get to the free throw line 15 to 20 times and you can miss less than 5, you're going to be all right.
And Pat, typically what we see is teams don't shoot from the line very well early in the season.
Yeah.
They get better as the season goes on. Dover is out of the gate doing well from the line. Cape trying to buy a shot. Big step back jumper is good.
That's a tough shot. That's a tough shot right there. Fadeaway, there wasn't a whole lot going on. Turnover.
Yeah. And Cape with an opportunity here now to get that lead back under double digits.
And they've done a good job. And again, I would continue to stay aggressive if you're Cape. Attacking the basket, continue to pick up fouls on this Dover core.
Robinson back to Downing, got across midcourt, split the defense. Tingle, Downing, three-pointer, that's short. Dover with the rebound. Javion Dennis has his pass, a little bit of a lazy pass, and it was stolen, but Dennis will get it right back. Oh, and an elbow. And the officials let that go.
They must not have caught anyone.
So we've got a stoppage, Pat, with just under 48 seconds to go. And an opportunity there for Cape to get it down to single digits and turnover.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of been like that. Cape's playing hard. They're a young team. And what you got to learn is that feel for when the game's getting fast-paced like this, when to play at that pace, and then when do you slow it down? And that takes experience. That just takes playing time. As the season goes on, if you can learn how to do both, you're going to be successful. And right now, they just haven't executed in terms of knocking down shots. If they're able to knock down a few of these perimeter shots, that lead's probably cut in half. It's probably a 5 or 6 point game instead of an 11-point game. So Cape is playing well. They just got to execute.
Both teams will be back on the hard court Thursday night. Dover gets Polytech, and Cape will take on Caesar Rodney, and then they're off until holiday tournaments. Dover will be in the Governor's Challenge. Cape will be in the Beach Slam Classic down in Lewis.
Yeah, that's the new event that they're having this year.
I was talking to Coach Ray during the JV game as he was watching his son play, and he said that was a lot of that was his idea.
Good. That's awesome. It's a tradition, man.
It is. Tough jump shot, contested, no good. Oh, got a ball back, and then the shot was blocked. Dover fighting in there, getting second chance opportunities. Figs finally comes away with it.
Good work here by Cape Henlopen. Oh, man, but
Downing went down strong, but he had his pocket picked from behind by Chase Little.
They'll stay here.
So only 19.7 to go in the half. Let's see if Coach Ray will have his team hold for the last shot.
Yeah, we shall see.
Again, they have an opportunity to cut it to a single-digit deficit. Civils Got to get it in. Throws it out on top to Downing.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna. Oh, there's a silly foul that's gonna put
Wow.
Cape to the line.
Yeah, that was committed by Cameron Randolph. That's his first.
He's kind of giving them points there.
And that puts Jordan Downing at the line. He's 2 for 2. 5 points in the game. Give him 6. He's now 3 for 3 from the charity stripe. Tingle checks out for Coach Ray. And coming into the ball game was Richards.
Yeah, it's a violation.
Yeah, I think the coach was yelling not to do what he did, and he did it anyhow. So they won't get that second free throw, but it is a 10-point Dover lead with 13 seconds to go. Coast to coast, shot up, no good. Cape with the rebound, 5 seconds.
Time.
Pass
Got
was
time.
deflected out, so Cape will get a throw in with just under 3. They get Tingle right back out there, Pat.
You can usually get 2 dribbles and a shot here with, just under 3 seconds to go.
Right. Richards will throw it in. We have Figs, Robinson, Tingle, and Downing on the floor. They get it into Robinson. He heaves it. Off the rim, no good, and we've come to 1 half of play here at Dover High. Dover had an 18-13 lead at the end of 1. They've extended that out to 10. And they lead 32-22 at the half. Pat, your thoughts on the first half?
I thought that, both teams seemed to be comfortable with the pace. Not a whole, there were some turnovers, don't get me wrong, but this is by no means a sloppy game. This comes down to one team finding a way to put the ball in the basket a little more than the other. There's been some threes hit by Dover. Cape has really struggled to shoot from the perimeter. And then obviously little violations like the one we just saw in the free throw has been the difference, and that's why Dover's been able to jump out to the double-digit lead. But this is easily fixable things for Cape. They can come out, they can start executing, knocking down some shots in the second half. They can get right back into this game with a tough Dover team. Dover, they just got to clean it up. Their only problem has been turnovers, in my opinion. They've hit some outside shots. They've done really good defensively, except for fouling.
Yeah.
But they need to do a little bit, do a little bit better job when it comes to that. So we'll see what happens.
All right, we're going to step aside, and we will be back with unofficial scoring in the first half. And we'll do all that right after these messages.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Soto Concepts. Today we're at Fish On in the Villages of 5 Points. Come check us out. Fish On is committed to serving beautiful, simple coastal cuisine in a cool atmosphere with a happening bar, spacious dining room, and outside patio. Popular dishes include the seafood stew and fresh oysters from the raw bar. Fish On's recently renovated event room and is the perfect spot for your next event. Fish On in Lewis in the Villages of 5 Points, open 7 days a week, best happy hour around. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer, president of Soto Concepts, the best restaurant group in the state, and we're inviting you to come join our team. Soto Concepts is a growing hospitality company with 16 restaurants and a variety of other hospitality businesses, all located in beautiful southern Delaware. We have recently added many departments to our executive leadership team, including a training department, a property development department, and a construction department. We invite you to come live at the beach and work with a growing restaurant group with many opportunities to advance your career. Soto Concepts Restaurant Group, come check us out.
Welcome to Surf Bagel.
Surf Bagel has served the community in Delaware for over 20 years, providing fresh, hot bagels, breakfast sandwiches, lunch sandwiches, wraps, salads, local coffee and smoothies, and our iconic merch. Welcome to Surf Bagel. We're stoked to serve you.
Welcome to Surf Bagel.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Soto Concepts. Today we're at Lupo Italian Kitchen in downtown Rehoboth Beach. Come check us out. Located inside the Hotel Rehoboth, Lupo serves coastal Italian cuisine with fresh pasta made in-house daily. Lupo features plenty of unique craft cocktails and an extensive award-winning all-Italian wine list. Popular dishes include lobster bucatini, veal meatballs, grilled swordfish, and eggplant parmesan. Lupo Italian Kitchen on Rehoboth Avenue, serving happy hour daily and dinner 7 days a week. See you soon.
The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned, community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home.
Get the assurance that your HVAC system is what you need with Ambience. Ambience provides you with over 25 years of experience in the heating, cooling, and plumbing industry. The team at Ambience Heating and Air Conditioning provides high-quality residential HVAC installations, maintenance, and repairs in new and older homes in the Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania tri-state area. You may not realize it, but half of your energy costs go to heating and cooling. Make sure your energy dollars count and call us today for a free estimate. 302-239-HVAC. 302-239-4822.
Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Find our convenient locations at premierptsp.com.
You may have tried physical therapy,
but have you tried Premier?
How you doing? My name's Mike Cassidy. I'm the founder and president of Cassidy Painting. I started back in 1984, incorporated in 1986. I never had the word no in my vocabulary. When someone called me to do a job, I always said yes, whether it was a struggle, whether it was 7 days a week, sun up to sundown, it didn't matter. And with that philosophy, we were able to grow to the size we are. We employ close to 80 individuals.
We really enjoy being in the family business. I look forward to coming to work every day, and it's so nice to work with the people that we work with in the office. We've really become a family with them. We really create a family experience around here.
And Cassidy Painting is a very diversified company. We don't say no to anything. We deal with everything from epoxy floors to painting buildings to spray foam insulation, spray fireproofing. If it deals with a coating, we can handle it. So when our customers call and they're under the gun and they know the need to get a job done, they know who to call because we perform. We've always been performed. We've never been replaced out of 37 years of business. For any of your painting needs, we can handle it.
We're back here at Dover High School. Glenn Frazier, Pat Gariantes, Ben Fulton, still photography in the house tonight. Hopefully you got a shot of Grinch. Nick Halliday on the video camera. Good crowd in here tonight. Dover High and Cape Henlopen. Perennially two of the better teams in the Henlopen North, along with Sussex Central and the Smyrna Eagles. And Cape had a full house. Coach Ray was telling me, great atmosphere last week when they beat Sussex Central in a close game. I think it was like a 4 or 5 point game. Oh, we got it right here. So we're getting good crowds out for hoops early in the season, and we're glad that you're joining us as well. Let's take a look at our scoring in the first half. Leading the way for Cape was Braxton Figs. He had 7 points, 1 for 2 from the free throw line, 6 points for Downing, 4 for their leading scorer, Damian Robinson, and Dover's done a heck of a job on him. He's averaging over 20 points a game.
They have, and you know, he's taken some outside shots. He has not been able to find the range from the perimeter. I believe he was 0 for 4 from deep. And, you know, he knocks down, let's say, half of those, and that total looks a little bit different, right? But they've done a good job of Dover's just all over the place defensively, Glenn.
Yeah.
They're all over the place defensively. No space, really, for Cape to get to work. And aside from them being able to beat the Dover press and get some easy buckets that way, once they get into the half court, Dover's doing a tremendous job of limiting open looks.
For the Dover Senators, their leading scorer, Javion Dennis, leads the way with 9 points. He has 2 threes, 6 points each for Chase Little and Esteban Norwood. And you can see it's Dover's height inside. We talked about at the top of the broadcast that would probably be a key in the game, and it's proven to be so. They're getting multiple second chance opportunities on the offensive end, and on the defensive end. If Cape gets a good look, they're right there to block it from either in front or behind.
Yeah, and they're limiting Cape a lot of times to one shot and done. And then you also look at, you know, the length causing deflections. A lot of passes, a lot of dribbles kind of getting knocked away. So, you know, defensively, that's been what Dover's been able to hang their hat on here in this one, and that's why they got a 10-point lead. You know, they've been able to knock down a few shots, but they've made life hard for Cape and haven't allowed them to get into a rhythm offensively.
The only person really in foul trouble going into the second half is off the bench. Osmir Batson has 3 personal fouls for Cape Henlopen. Dover, a couple of players with 2, Tayshawn Allen, Terrence Williams, Esteban Norwood, but nobody in real foul trouble yet as we start the third quarter of play. Dover in their home whites with dark blue numbers, stripes down the side. Cape Henlopen in the, I like to say Carolina blue, but the light blue with gold trimming around the jersey and pants.
Very UCLA-like.
There you go, the Bruins. 3-point shot, no good. Braxton Figs skies for the rebound.
Nice rebound by Figs.
Downing down, and Robinson goes strong to the glass, and there you go. That's how you get him on track.
Hey, good work. Getting him a nice, easy bucket. See if that can get him in rhythm.
Dover's lead down to single digits now at 8. Dowdy penetrates, dishes, loose
Good
ball.
hustle.
One by Cape, and then there's a foul from behind. Civils was knocked to the deck.
That is good, a great effort right there from Cape. Back-to-back possessions, right? They're able to get the easy bucket off the press, and then they force a deflection. Jameson Tingle on the floor for the basketball. You got to love seeing that when one of your top players gets on the floor for the basketball.
Yeah, good hustle. Pass into Braxton Figs. Strong move in the paint by Tingle. Can't get this shot to go. And now going down was, that's not good.
No.
Play continues, double clutch, shot by Civils, and then a timeout by the refs. It didn't look like anybody hit him.
Non-contact injury.
And that's not good.
Never one you want to see. He's in some discomfort for sure.
Oh, wow. I couldn't see it, Pat. I was kind of blocked out by one of the coaches for Cape. I saw him hit the deck, but I didn't see what happened prior to that.
Yeah, I'm not sure what part.
Like the leg gave out on him?
Yeah, that's exactly what I saw. So I'm not quite sure, Glenn.
Coach Stephen Wilson, the first one to get out there and take a look. While they tend to him, let's step aside. We'll be right back after this.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Soto Concepts. Today we're at Fish On in the Villages of 5 Points. Come check us out. Fish On is committed to serving beautiful, simple coastal cuisine in a cool atmosphere with a happening bar, spacious dining room, and outside patio. Popular dishes include the seafood stew and fresh oysters from the raw bar. Fish On's recently renovated event room and is the perfect spot for your next event. Fish On in Lewis in the Villages of 5 Points, open 7 days a week, best happy hour around. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott.
All right, we're back here, and during the break, Javion Dennis got up. It apparently was a severe cramp because they worked that out. He got up and he jogged off the floor, and that's a good sign.
Great sign. Yeah, I mean, anytime you see a non-contact injury like that and the discomfort you see him in, you're worried, right? You're worried that something got tweaked that shouldn't have, and luckily for him, he looks to be all right, and it was just a cramp. And nonetheless, heck of a start for Cape.
Yeah.
Getting 2 easy buckets here to start this half off and climb back within 6.
Yeah, down by 10 at the half. Let's see how Dover responds now. Dowdy will walk it across midcourt. Pass ahead to Williams, cross-court pass, right corner. Now down underneath, Terrence Williams. Good collapsing defense being used right now by Cape. Turnaround floater up and good. And that's Norwood.
Flop. They called a flop there on Cape. We heard them come over and declare a warning.
Yeah, flop. All right, the official right in front of us explaining things to Coach Stephen Ray of Cape.
I'm going to say that Tingle just flopped without any contact. Coach Ray's point was his ankle twisted and he lost his balance.
Right.
We couldn't, obviously, I couldn't see what happened there, but the officials called a flop. It'll be 2 shots. And then this is the first time I've seen this one called, so I got to get brushed up on my rules here, Glenn. I don't know if it's 2 shots in the ball or just 2 shots.
Well, Dowdy missed the first free throw. He will get a second. All this comes in the first minute and 8 seconds here of this third quarter. Second shot gets the friendly rim bounce. So Dover finally on the board here in the third quarter.
And so they treat the flop like a technical. And you know what? I don't mind it. Like, get that out of the game. I've never been a big fan of the flopping at any level.
All right.
Not to say that was a flop because you can't really see, but I'm saying if we're gonna make that a rule, I like having it be a severe penalty.
Yeah. So you're right. It was 2 shots and the possession. Turnaround jump shot, side of the rim. Braxton Figs playing aggressively here in this second half early on.
I'm impressed with Figs, man. I like his game. He's got good length, good size. He uses his body very well. He's got good touch around the rim.
Tingle just inside the arc, and he cans that one, and now it's 35-28.
Nice touch there by Tingle. Good pull up.
Got Terrence Williams on Figs. Step back jumper, baseline, no good. Hustling for Tingle. And Figs is going to pick it up, but they're going to say he stepped out.
That's a tough one. That ball's right there, and it's so tempting. They're like trying to keep guys away from it. Sometimes it's better to just grab it, possess it.
Which he did, and unfortunately. He talked to the official, and then he patted his chest like, okay, not bad, I got this. Senators, good inbounds, baseline off the glass, and good. And put back by Chase Little.
That's good. Oh, look at this.
All the way down. Oh, and he wanted to slam it, I think. It was partially deflected, but he got the roll.
He's lucky he got that one in because if you go up for a dunk like that and you either walk or you miss it, it's not good. They need points.
Reverse layup by Terrence Williams off the feed by Little. And the pace is really picking up now. Jump shot a little strong, but we got a whistle on a foul.
Is that a foul on the shot?
I think so. That's Terrence Williams.
Yeah,
and that'll be hit. That's his third.
It's on the floor. So it was on the rebound. Loose ball foul, not on the shot. But yeah, you're right about the pace, Glenn. It's definitely picked up. Cape's comfortable playing in it.
Actually, you know, I must have missed a foul earlier because they're saying that's the 4th foul on Williams. So he'll go to the bench.
Probably put it on another player, Glenn. That's usually what I do when I.
Right?
Yeah, I've done that many a times.
Tingle throws it in. That shot was altered, passed down the floor. Back in the game, Javion Dennis. Baseline, Norwood. On top, Dennis, 3-point shot, got it! His 3rd of the game.
Shooter, he is a shooter, folks.
12 points for him, Pat. Good pass underneath from Tingle to Figs, and he gets the lay-in.
Good work in transition. They need some stops if you're Cape. You need to get some kind of stop here.
There's a whistle on the shot. There's a travel. You correctly called that, Coach Scariante.
At one point I was, yes. Charter Force, man.
Yeah.
Charter Force, the lone state tournament appearance in that school's history. I was on that staff.
There you go. Civils, nice behind the back dribble. He has it. Thought about a 3. Instead, down he takes it, no good, side of the rim. Putback is up and good, and that was their leading scorer, Damian Robinson.
Good work, good positioning by Robinson, good finish. I'll tell you, I mean, a lot of good looks in this game for Downing, but he's been consistently short. The legs just aren't there right now in this game.
Norwood, strong move to the paint. There's a whistle on the floor. And I think we're going to have a foul on Jordan Downing.
He was kind of leaning on him a little bit on that drive. He was leaning on him from behind.
Downing's first personal committed. Both teams with 2 team fouls here in this 3rd quarter. 4:27 to go in this quarter. Dover's lead early in the 3rd. Cape cut it down to 6, but now it's back to 8. And it was 10. Contested 3-point shot, rims out.
Dennis. Oh, he stepped out. Good hustle, though.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, Bat, I'm so glad to see him back on the floor after he went down.
Same.
Leading scorer for the Dover Senators. Cross-court pass is stolen. Stolen away by Randolph.
That's tough to do against that pressure and the length of Dover. You want to limit those. Give it right back.
Yep. A turnover right back, and then Cape gives it right back. Randolph almost had that pass stolen by Tingle. Dennis into the corner, reverse and hands, almost got a tough shot to go. And now a whistle in the corner. I'm going to tell you what, Cameron Jackson-Dixon almost made a really tough shot.
He did. Really good. I love the effort I'm seeing from both these teams.
Yeah.
This is a fun game, Glenn. This is a fun game to call right now.
So we've got Civils checking out. Coaching staff trying to calm it down a little bit. Meanwhile, down on the floor, we're midway through this 3rd quarter. Dover started this quarter with a 10-point lead. It's right now at 8.
Good ball.
Pass.
Yep. Glenn, that's good.
That's your man. He's looking good with that turnaround baby hook.
Yeah. Well, that's what they were missing last year, and he stepped in, and he's been big for them.
Quickly going the other way. Dover throws it up, trying to get an offensive rebound. Instead, Cape trying to get it in. Dover got it back, and there's a whistle and a foul. And Randolph, showing a lot of hustle, will go to the line.
It's going to be his 4th foul. And that's the pressure, right? Eventually the pressure can cause problems for Dover. That's why they continuously do it. Just when, the Vikings are able to get close, Dover finds a way to stall the run. Whether it's a big shot, whether it's a turnover. They did miss the free throw, though. That's big.
Yep, Randolph with the miss. And now they get their 6th man, Osmir Batson, off the floor with those 4 fouls. So now both teams have a player on the bench with 4 personal fouls. One is a 6th man, the other a starter for Dover, Terrence Williams. Randolph's 2nd attempt is good. He makes 1 out of 2, 4 points for him. Dover up by 6. Definitely not a boring game, and he stepped on the line. I saw that right in front of us, Pat.
If you're going to do a dribble handoff, you can't get that close to the sideline. You got to have that right around where that volleyball line is. It's a good idea. It's about placement on the floor and spacing, Glenn.
Yeah.
You got to have enough space to where if he's coming to take that, he's not near the sideline.
Good call, Pat. We both saw that clearly right in front of us. Figs defending, shot up, no good. And the putback on the weak side is good by Little.
Yeah, just good work crashing the board, and it's where the hike can come in. That's a one-hand pass, slipping in transition. Yep.
Trying to pass down the floor to Figs and just put a little too much mustard on that one.
Well, and that's the chaos that this pressure from Dover can create. It can kind of get you out of your game a little bit, and if you don't execute and focus at every second of the game, these type of things can happen, and the next thing you know, Dover pushes their lead out to 9, 10, 11 points.
And that's what they've done. They had a 10-point lead at half. It got cut down to 6. It was 7, and they're right back to 10, and now it's 9. So you're exactly right. Cape has shown the ability to slice into the lead by doing some very good things from a young ball club.
Right.
But Dover, more experienced, and that length really bothers Cape.
It does, and it's just a matter of it comes down to executing, right? Making shots, keeping focused. If you want to pull off a big time upset like this, take down, the top team in the state, you gotta play a really perfectly executed game.
We have 3 players in the game in double digits in scoring. Braxton Figs leads Cape with 11. Javion Dennis leads Dover with 12, and then 10 points from Chase Little as Cape forced a turnover there.
Hey, Dover's been a little turnover happy too in this game, Glenn.
All right, Dover in a zone right now. Looks like a little 2-3 zone. Robinson as they work it around the top of the key. I'm watching to see there's not much movement on the baseline for
There's
Cape.
not much movement off ball in general here.
Step back 3-point shot, missed the rim by Sibbles. Javion Dennis with the rebound.
Not a good offensive possession there for Cape when they needed one. That's a settle, that shot.
A little stagnant in that half-court offense.
I agree.
Chase Little over to Randolph. Strong move, wild shot put up. Braxton Figs with a rebound after he altered the shot. But Sibbles turns it over, and there's a make down at the other end. And putting that in was Cameron Jackson-Dixon.
Well, this is what. Look, they've done a good job with passing the ball against the press to get down the court. But if you try and dribble and get too fast going against the pressure like this is what happens. You dribble off someone's foot, you spin, and you get the ball poked away from you. Sometimes you collect the possession. You did your job. You did fantastic. Get the ball, let the defense clear out, and then bring it up. It doesn't have to be Autobahn, no speed limit the whole time. You got to do both.
You contribute that to the youth?
Part of it, yeah. Absolutely, yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Just game experience and just like having the game slow down in your mind.
Yeah.
That takes time.
Jackson-Dixon tried to convert the old-fashioned three-point play. He did not, but they're going to say the loose ball was off of Cape, out of bounds to the Dover Senators.
Dover can really put their hands on this game here if they can execute this last 90 seconds.
Yeah, they're up by 11. Pass inside, turnaround, floater is up and in. Good shot by Chase Little. And now he ties Javion Dennis game high with 12.
That's really nice work.
Downing hard the other way. Draws the foul and gets the shot to go down. And boy, Cape needed that, Pat.
Yes, they did. And it's unnecessary foul right there. You see him coming down there. Just stand there and use your length. You don't need to swat down. But I'll tell you who needed it. Not only did they need it as a team, but Downing needed it too. He hadn't seen the ball going. He's been missing short. He's had a couple of layups he's missed. So to get a three-point play here is big for this young man. See if that can break him out of the little bit of shooting slump we've seen him in. He's short on the free throw.
but getting the rebound and the putback good, so a 4-point possession on this trip down the floor as Robinson puts it in.
Great individual effort there by Robinson. His team needed that. Going man-to-man coming here.
Switched it up, yep.
Turnover.
And they forced the turnover, just under a minute to go here in the third. So again, this little cat and mouse game. Dover had a 10-point lead at hand. Cape got it down to 6. And it's going back and forth right now. Dover up by 9, Cape with the ball. Let's see if they get a better half-court possession this time.
That's where they seem to be uncomfortable. They're very comfortable playing fast.
Yeah, and they can do that. Both of these teams can. Tingle with the ball, trying to break down a little. Stops, kicks it back out. 3-point shot, that's good by Downing, his second of the game with 30 seconds to go.
He needed that. He hadn't hit a perimeter shot in a while. That's a big-time make, and here you go, Glenn. They're right back to their magic spot. That's right where Dover wants them at 6.
But there's Dennis down the other end of the floor.
They can't get it closer than 6, man. Dover does a great job. This is where Cape, after that made basket, needs to slow down.
Yeah, I hear you.
You know?
I was trying to see who made that dime to Javion Dennis. I think it was Chase Little.
It was.
So it's an 8-point Dover lead. Cape with the ball. 14 seconds to go in the third.
Cape should hold for the last shot. Don't allow Dover to get the ball back.
Tingle into Batson. He put up a shot. He was fouled. He will go to the line.
Look, the action is the right play. It's just when do you do it, right? So now you're going to have to play defense against Dover one more time. But you got a great look, good aggressiveness, nice pass, and Tremaine Batson did a great job of attacking the defenders.
Fouls on Chase Little, his first. First free throw is up and good. Well, that'll slice Dover's lead to 7. An opportunity here to get it to 6, which they had it in the early moments of this third quarter. 8.5 to go. Second shot, back of the rim, no good.
Get back. You got to get back on defense if you're Cape. Get back.
Corner 3-point shot. Second chance opportunity there would not go. 3 quarters in the books, Pat. So Cape cut into the lead by 3. They go into the final quarter down by 7, 51-44. We'll be right back after this.
Welcome to Surf Bagel.
Surf Bagel has served the community in Delaware for over 20 years, providing fresh, hot bagels, breakfast sandwiches, lunch sandwiches, wraps, salads, local coffee and smoothies, and our iconic merch. Welcome to Surf Bagel. We're stoked to serve you.
Welcome to Surf Bagel.
We just had our highest scoring quarter of the game. Dover outscored 22-19 in that third quarter. What'd you see?
Yeah, once again, more of the same, right? Cape is doing a good job of competing with Dover from an intensity and pace standpoint. It comes down to execution, and for me, now again, I'm Catholic school boy, right? Catholic school ball. Being able to slow the game down at certain points, right? When you come down and you had maybe 2 possessions where you didn't get a basket and Dover got a bucket and is able to extend their lead out. Or, Dover just misses it. You got a chance to cut the lead under 6 for the first time in a while. Don't rush the ball down the court and have Dover get a deflection, knock the ball away. Finding these little certain spots in the game where you have to slow it down, I think that's going to be big for Cape. And if they can continue to knock down outside shots, they can find themselves right where they need to be. They're doing a great job of competing with Dover. They have them in foul trouble. The recipe's there. It just comes down to execution. Let's see what they do to start the quarter off.
Both teams now with 3 players in double-digit scoring. As Robinson has come alive now, Damian Robinson with 6 points in the third quarter gives him 10. Figs has 11, and so does Downing.
Now, Dover, conversely, has to stop turning the basketball over and just play their game.
The aforementioned Downing on the right side of the floor, trying to break down Norwood. Can't do it.
It's all right if nothing's there. Keep working their offense. There you go.
Tingle hit the deck. That'll be a foul on the floor.
Keep working your offense. There's no need to rush anything. There's no shot clock. As much as we want to deliberate about that, whether that should be the case or not, it's not there. So you don't need to get the shot on the first or second look. If Dover plays good defense, they play good defense. Keep working the ball around, tire them out. Wait till you get your look.
The foul was on Chase Little. That's his second. Both committed in their second half. And coach is doing a good job with Terrence Williams, who went out in the second quarter with his early in the third with his fourth personal foul. Has not been back in the game.
And that's where I wonder if Cape recognized this young man's court with 4 personal fouls, maybe set him up, get him in a one-on-one situation where he's got to play defense.
All right.
And look, they got a post up. They didn't get it to him.
Yep, with Figs on Williams. Yeah.
That's the next level basketball IQ play.
There you go. Sybil's almost lost the handle.
Good work, though, to not.
Got it to Robinson, right back to Sybil's baseline. Tried to get it to Figs and had it poked away from behind. He's chasing Javion Dennis, who goes all the way coast to coast, puts it up, no good. Fight for the rebound. Dennis wins it. Second chance, got it to go.
Heck of an effort there by Javion Dennis. Not giving up, will not be denied.
Big 4-point turnaround there. Dover could have gone down by 5. Instead, they're up by 9. Step back, 3-point shot. Tingle got it.
In rhythm. I like it. His step back, he had his foot, he was on balance. That's a good-looking shot, man, and a tough one to make at this level.
Dover's lead back to 6. This is as close as it's been since early in the third. Nice pass in the lane. The floater up and good by Norwood.
He's got good touch around the rim, man. And once again, Cape gets it to 6, and right away, Dover answers.
I think that's been the key for me the whole game, is Dover jumped out to that 14-point lead in the first half, Pat, and they've kept him at arm's length.
That's it. Exactly right. There's been runs on either end, but Dover's done a good job of being able to withstand the Cape runs.
Attempted steal by Norwood. Tingle passes off to Civils. Good defense by Dowdy. Now Downing. Turnaround. Jump back in the lane. Got it to go.
Really nice job. Good way to get in the lane. Know you got a big fella on you. Pump fake spin. Nice fadeaway jumper.
13 points now for Downing, who leads Cape. 5:40 to go in the game. Dover up by 6. Do they have an answer again? Javion Dennis passes underneath. Terrence Williams, the floater, was altered by Figs. Second chance, though, and the shot won't go, but going to the free throw line, I believe, will be Chase Little.
All that length for Dover, crashing the offensive rebound. Cape didn't have bodies on bodies, and they're able to get second, third, fourth chance opportunities.
Third foul picked up by Braxton Figs. That's key for Cape. He's been a monster for them in the game.
And Dover's right there. They've got to execute a little bit better.
Yeah. At the free throw line, Chase Little, 2 for 2. Actually, his first 2 points tonight came from the line, and he makes that one. So we talked about Dover having the answer. They had the answer by crashing the boards on the offensive glass. And it was the weak side opportunities. Little takes his time. Little has 13 points in the game, and he missed that one. Battle for, I like his hustle. He hustled after his miss.
Yeah, he's been doing it all game. He's been doing it all game.
There's a tie-up. And we're going to have a timeout by Coach Stephen Wilson of the Dover Senators with 5:25 to go. We're going to keep it right here. Dover up by 7. And I didn't see who got the possession there on the alternating.
It's Dover ball.
Okay, it'll be Dover ball coming out of the timeout, Pat. So now scoring is heated up here a little bit in the second half.
And, you know, once again, Cape, they've got to find a way to execute. They got to find a way to get a stop after they get it to 6. If I'm Dover, I'm Coach Wilson, and you're starting to preach to your team, keep playing hard. Keep playing hard. But now we got to start looking up at that clock. 5:25 to go. Like, let's start working our offense a little bit and see if we can take a minute off every possession, right?
Yep.
Minute, get 2 points, play our hard defense, so on and so forth. Continue to keep them at arm's length. No silly turnovers, no silly fouls. Just continue to play our style of basketball, crash the boards, see if you can make some things happen second, third, fourth chance opportunities.
I'm Glenn Frazier. He's Pat Gariantes. And Thursday night, the Upstate crew will have our First State Ortho game of the week. It'll be a girls-boys doubleheader at Delaware Military Academy. And I don't know whether you're going to be part of that or not, but
it's my mom's birthday. I got to see if. Yeah, I got to see if.
It's always nice to be able to get the boys and girls in the same day, same evening.
Without a doubt, and it's for a good cause with, the legendary coach there at DMA being, honored.
Right. All right, Dover possession. Cape trying to put a double team on the ball. Terrence Williams, cross-court pass. Javion Dennis thought about it. 3, defense got on him quick.
This is good. Work the ball around. There's no rush. You're up by 7 points.
Yep.
No shot clock. Keep working your offense.
And I think that's what Coach Wilson told him.
Beautiful.
There you go. They found the open guy underneath in Norwood.
Work the ball around. You stayed patient. You got yourself a layup. That's beautifully executed.
Lead back to 9. Tingle guarded by Chase Little right in front of us. Now guarded by Williams. Floating pass underneath, stolen by Norwood.
And you're going to get a transition foul there.
Yeah.
Really good job just staying at home on defense there for Dover. Tingle kind of forced it right there. You got 3 guys, all those bodies in the paint trying to throw a pinpoint. I know he's a quarterback, but trying to throw a pinpoint pass there into traffic. Throwing the triple coverage is not good in either sport, football or basketball.
Foul was committed by Damian Robinson. His first of the game. Team second here in the fourth quarter. We are counting down to the midway point of this fourth period. Dover with the ball up 9, trying to get it back to double digits.
And look at how they flawlessly transition into patient offense.
Yeah.
Right, they've been playing at a breakneck pace the entire game. Coach Wilson calls the timeout here late in the fourth quarter and tells them, can we please, let's settle this down. Let's get into winning time.
Yep. Terrence Williams, strong move. Reverse layup is good.
It's just good. It's just good ball, man. It's just good hoops. It's understanding the situation and not playing, out of control.
Cross-court pass right in front of us. Good save. Reach in. The ball deflected, and they're going to get a reach-in foul on the Senators. And that's Chase Little, his third.
It's a reach not really needed there. It's one of those where, Richards kind of got himself stuck in a spot he wasn't comfortable. That's one of those as a big fella. You get the ball, you did your job. We broke the press, pull it out, find a guard.
Right.
Find a guard. He's lucky he didn't get, that foul kind of helped. But that was a dangerous drive right there by him.
Let's see if Cape tries to get loose for a three-point shot. Downing's in the game. He has the ball up high with Tingle. They get it to Downing. He'll take the three-point shot. It was too strong. And Norwood gets the rebound.
Yeah, he's been off, right? He's usually been off short all game. That one was kind of the opposite there. Try to put a little bit more on it. I get why he would do that.
And Dover again, just watch the baseline cutters. They try to get that pass to Williams. Now he gets it out high, wide open, right wing, three-point shot is good, and that's a dagger right there by Mansoray.
Yeah, beautiful basketball down in this fourth quarter by Dover. I really love what I'm seeing from them, and that's why, they're another year of a state title contender.
Braxton Figgs got the pass in the paint, hung in the air, changed his motion, and got that floater to go. So with 3 minutes to go here, 63-51, Dover up by 12 and a timeout here by Cape. They got to find a way to get some of those long-range shots. Cape does to get back in the game because the way Dover's playing the half-court set right now, it's money.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. You're going to have to start getting quick hitters. And like you said, stops. So on the defensive side of the ball, you're going to have to start taking gambles. And this is why it was beautiful what Dover did for the last 2 or 3 minutes of working the ball around and then executing, because now you got Cape in a spot where they got to start getting desperate.
Yeah.
And then you could just take advantage of their desperation and get yourself wide open layups at the end of possession. So, yeah, Cape's going to have to they're going to have to start knocking shots. They're going to have to start getting a little bit aggressive on the defensive end of the court. The other thing to keep an eye on is the foul situation. They got to get to 5. They only have 2. So they got a couple of fouls to give here before they get into that foul, go for it.
Right.
In the game.
Game high with 16 points. Javion Dennis for Dover. 13 points for Chase Little and 12 points for Norwood. Leading the way for Cape, Figs and Downing both with 13 and 10 from their leading scorer early in the season, Damian Robinson. All right, here we go coming out of the timeout. 3 minutes to go in regulation. 63-51, Dover with a 12-point advantage. And the basketball.
And again, take the air out of it if you're Dover.
Sybil's trying to gamble a little bit there, trying to get the steal. Two-man game out top. Now they trap the ball. Now Dennis open.
This is beautiful execution.
Yep.
Beautiful execution.
There's the open man, Williams. Strong move to the paint, and he lays it up and in.
Beautiful execution here by Dover in this fourth quarter.
And this started at about the 5:30 mark.
Yeah.
They got that double-digit lead back.
Walk. Yep.
Sybil's travel, and that's because of the collapsing defense. Nowhere to go.
Well, that and you're down 14 with a little bit of time left. You gotta start forcing stuff, man. This is what happens. Timeout here by Dover.
Yep, Coach Wilson calling a timeout with 2:17 to go in the game, and Dover now seemingly in control of this one, Pat, with 14-point lead. And you said at some point it's going to be a free throw shooting game where Dover has been pretty good.
Protect the basketball, don't turn it over, continue to do what you're doing on offense, and Cape's going to start going for it and fouling. You protect the basketball, and then when you get your shot at the line, knock. I don't think you need any quick shots unless they're layup.
A lot of contenders for our 302 player of the game. As we mentioned, 6 players on the floor in double digits in scoring. And Cape has another player with 9 points. That's Tingle, trying to break the barrier and get himself in double digits as well. All right, coming out of the Dover timeout. And I can hear Coach Ray and his assistant coaches yelling, energy, energy. Don't stop playing.
Well, they need it. They definitely need it. That's down 14-17. You got to play hair on fire right now.
Yep. Chase Little will throw it in. He's joined on the floor by Williams, Norwood, Javion Dennis, and also Mansaray, who has the ball right now. Cape has Sybil's on the floor with Robinson, Tingle, Figs, and Downing. 2 minutes to go. Dover milking the clock.
No double teams, no running traps. Cape's got to make something happen. There's the first trap attempt.
Yeah. Kick out in the right corner. 3-point shot on the way, and that's good. Well, the other one was a dagger. That one just put the nail in the coffin. Javion Dennis.
Dover, just don't foul. Just don't foul here. It's goaltend.
Yeah, they're going to count the bucket. That'll make it 68-53. And that basket was by Tingle, so now 4 players in double digits scoring for Cape. Good balance for them, but just not quite enough against a tough Dover team today.
Dover was sloppy early, but they figured things out. They knocked down shots when they needed to. The defensive effort was there the entire game. And then what I really enjoyed was their execution here late in the fourth quarter in closing a game out.
Yeah.
Taking care of the basketball, valuing it, and working to get good open shots.
And proving one thing, Pat, that they can win in several different ways.
Correct, Glenn. Absolutely.
There's another turnover or a foul. I'm not sure.
A foul. That's going to be his 5th.
So fouling out of the game is Osmir Batson. He did not score in the ball game. And coming in for him, Sybil's back on the floor.
He just
and coming in is Richards, Cordell Richards checking in with Batson fouling out. 15-point Dover lead, 1:17 to go. And after they get through the handshake line, we're going to try to grab head coach Stephen Wilson here at our table for a brief interview, and also try to get, right now our player of the game is going to be Javion Dennis. 19 points game high, and he's now on the bench. Foul committed there in the backcourt. Braxton Figs will check in. Out on the floor. 84 seconds and counting in this one. Dover will improve to 2-0 in the Henlopen North, 3-0 overall. And they will run their winning streak to 18 games now, dating back to the midway point of last season. For Cape, they'll fall to 2-1, 1-1 in the Henlopen North. But a game effort from a very young team tonight, Coach Ray and the Cape Henlopen Vikings.
Gotta love the technical difficulties, Glenn. But you can see the potential here with this Cape group, man. Like you said, a lot of young guys that are going to continue to grow from a basketball IQ standpoint as the season goes on. You can already see the game seems for a lot of these guys than it was last year as freshmen. So by the end of the year, this team should be executing at a higher level, and they got some game, and they're not scared.
I tell you what, down on the floor now, I think in for Javion Dennis is Cole Turner, athletic director Kevin Turner's son. He has the ball now, gave it up, back on top. Dover just swinging it around. And Turner has it, will take the three-point shot off the side of the rim. And coming out of there with it's Robinson. Over to Downing. Now Tingle, right wing. Trying to break down Turner. Step back jump shot is short off the side of the rim. And Turner got the rebound.
Yeah, nice work. Getting the stat sheet.
Yep. 30 seconds to go. Of course, he's also the kicker on the football team, and he plays soccer. It pass underneath. Turner. And he got tied up by a much taller Braxton Figs. With 20 seconds to go. Possession arrow in favor of Cape as we've just about come to the end of this one.
I'm impressed with Figs, man. I think he's another guy, man. This Cape team, I think, is one to keep an eye on as this season goes on, Glenn. Tournament team here.
Yes. Turner's going to get another attempt here. He takes it in, stops his dribble, turnaround shot. Good at the buzzer.
Get him his bucket, Glenn.
Yeah, he got it. Balanced scoring for the Dover Senators tonight as they get the win by a final of 70-53. And I tell you, Cape came out of the locker room second half, and they fought to get it down to 6 on several occasions, but Dover always had an answer.
Yeah, they just couldn't close it. They couldn't close it within 6. I mean, and Dover did a great job. Every time that game got down to the 6-point mark, they did a tremendous to shut down the efforts and stall any kind of run that was made by the Cape Vikings. As I know, we're trying to hunt down player of the game and Coach Wilson as well. So we'll see if.
Yeah, we're going to get Coach Wilson coming over right now.
Coach.
Can you hear us, Coach?
Yeah, I can. How you doing?
You looked like, no, I got to go do an interview with these guys. But I tell you what, it's good seeing you. Last time I saw you, it was a happy occasion up at the Bob when you got the championship.
Yes,
Pat and I both said key timeout for you. It looked like you were right on the cusp of a double-digit lead with about 5.5 to go, and you switched things up and started to get easy baskets in the half court. Tell us about that.
We're just looking to find out what defensive group we can get into the game a little bit. And what group that we can gel a little bit and want to share the basketball. We're not really worried about scoring so much. This group has to learn how to play the Dover way. And the Dover way is on the defensive side. So we're going to really work on and focus on that the next couple of days before we get to Polytech. But, we got to win, but, we have bigger fish to fry, and I think we can play a lot better than what we're playing right now.
Yeah, Coach, talk a little bit about your pressure defense. I thought you guys played with a lot of energy on defense, and that was there consistently. Maybe the shots weren't falling early, but you guys could always fall back on your defense. Talk about your team's effort.
Our effort is always beautiful. I don't never question the kids' effort. I just think we got to be a little smarter. Our goal is to press, a lot of the game, maybe not the whole game. We got to find out what pressure is going to work for us. So everybody knows we're bringing pressure, but it's where we're going to bring the pressure from and where we're going to trap you from. Because it's not always the same areas that we trap you from. So it's kind of hard to gear to scout us because we run so many different presses. We don't master anything, but we master hustle. And we try to get more shots from the other team. But right now our shots ain't falling, but our defensive pressure right now is looking kind of good. So if we keep doing that, I think we'll be fine. Defense comes, but you got to have defense every night. Offense will be there eventually.
Congratulations on the win, Coach. Thanks for the time. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
We'll see you down the road.
Good to see you, Nick.
Yeah.
Thanks, Coach. Coach Stephen Wilson of the Dover Senators. I guess we're not going to get our player of the game out here, Pat, but it was Javion Dennis with a game-high 19 points. And I tell you what, Dover balanced scoring. Norwood got into it. Chase Little got into it. This is a very balanced team that you don't really have one guy to really key on.
No such thing as a key for them. They're a group effort. Ways defense is always there as well. Dennis, yeah.
All right, that'll do it for our broadcast once again. Dover coming away with a 70-53 lead. They led by 10 at the half. They led by 7 going into the fourth quarter. And then every time Cape had a run, Dover had an answer, and they end up winning this one 70-53 of the Cape Henlopen Vikings. 18th straight win for Dover. They will play Thursday night against Polytech before they play in the Governor's Challenge Tournament down at the Wycomico Center in Salisbury. And then we will see them again on January 4th right here against a very good Sanford team. That should be a good one.
It should be a good one. Yeah, two of the
All right, that'll do it. For Ben Fulton, our still photography, Nick Halliday on camera. For Pat Garriantes, I'm Glenn Frazier. Thanks for watching this on Delaware Live Sports, powered by 302.
The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned, community-based news. Free to every reader. Because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home.